My name is Nathan Reeves, and this is Accounting Ethics Presentation 1, and I chose to do my presentation on Scenario 6, Intimate Conflicts. So we will just jump right into the story. The story begins with a man named Ralph Judson, who was an internal auditor at a bank. And during his time off, he was out on the town, and he went into this bar. And the bar was kind of crowded, and in the crowd, he noticed someone that he recognized. And the person that he noticed was a woman that worked at his bank, and her name was Nancy Draper. She's a loan officer. And she didn't notice him, but Mr. Judson noticed that she was having a drink with another gentleman that happened to be a major borrower from the bank. So we had a loan officer and a borrower having a drink together, which is okay if it was just a meeting or a casual friend drink, but Mr. Judson noticed that their interaction with each other was a little more intimate and inappropriate for the relationship, the professional relationship that they had. So he watched them, and he noticed that was kind of inappropriate. So what he did was he went outside in the parking lot and he found her car. And he said, okay, so I'm just going to get in my car and just kind of watch him from a distance and wait and see and confirm again if my suspicion is true. So he's sitting there in his car, and they come out of the bar a couple minutes later, and again they're engaging in very intimate exchanges with each other. And it confirms it. Nancy Draper and the borrower leave, and Mr. Judson's sitting there thinking, how can I resolve this? And he doesn't know what to do. He thought about taking it directly to his boss, the bank president, but the issue with that is that there's a rumor going around the bank that the bank president, his boss, and Nancy Draper have been in an intimate relationship as well. So he's afraid that his boss would side with Nancy Draper if there's an issue. So he really doesn't know what to do. So just a quick rundown of what's happened in the story. This internal auditor of a bank witnesses a violation of bank policy personally. And this violation could result in criminal activity on how loans are made and distributed at the bank between these two individuals. Talking to his boss could result in a bad outcome for him, possibly. But, you know, he's an ethical person, he's an internal auditor, he has a responsibility to try and resolve this issue in the best way possible. But how? How can he do this? Here are some options that he can take. The first option is he can do nothing and just feel bad about perhaps stalking Mrs. Draper at the bar. But this option isn't that good because unethical behavior is going on, criminal activity could stem from it. It's an issue that needs to be resolved. So he needs to take some sort of action. He could go up, another option is he could go up to Ms. Draper himself and give her an ultimatum. Say either you break off this relationship or resign from your job. The reason why this might not be the best option is because it might cause her some emotional distress. It might make her feel embarrassed. And there's probably a better way to go about this. And then the other 2 points are taking it to higher power, either the chair of the board, which is above the president, if you're worried about that rumor, or just taking it to the president if the rumor is not grounded. And so that's my suggestion. If the rumor is believable and it's plausible and it's most likely true, and you just kind of use your own judgment, then you're going to have to take it to the chair of the board and have him and explain it to him, and hopefully you can save your job, and that would be the best way possible. Or if the rumor's not as plausible and it's not as likely, take it to the president of the bank. He probably wouldn't appreciate it going over his head if he is easily able to do that. So the best thing that we can do here is just to resolve the issue in the best way possible.